Yay! Okay, come on in, goddesses. Let's see. All right, we got the sound going. Boom. Let's see, make sure we're on the right camera. Boom. There we are. Come on in. Yay! Come on in. Come on in. Good afternoon. Hello, my beautiful goddesses. Welcome. It is day number 2 of our divine feminine metaphysical manifesting masterclass. Divine feminine metaphysical manifesting masterclass, day number 2 of 4. So if you are just joining, this is a divine feminine masterclass. It is a metaphysical masterclass. It is a manifesting masterclass. It was designed to be 4 sessions, with the first 2 being free sessions and the final 2 being VIP sessions. We are celebrating a number of things. We're celebrating the launch of my upcoming, well, no, this is out, the pocket deck. Here, this is the size of the regular deck, and that's the pocket deck. We're celebrating that. We're celebrating the program, The Priestesshood, which is coming up. We're celebrating all of my 6-figure spiritpreneur priestesses about to launch conferences of their own, online events. Yep. So we're celebrating that. We are celebrating the Divine Feminine Masterclass program, which is going to be a bonus with the Priestesshood, which I am creating. And so we're celebrating a whole bunch of things. And most importantly, we are celebrating you. Hello, my VIP goddesses. I see Goddess Marnie, Goddess Jennifer, Goddess Gabrielle, Goddess Tynesha, all of my VIP goddesses. Come on in, come into the room. I'm so excited. And if you are watching this live stream and you have not yet joined the VIP, come on over. The water's fine. For the cost of 2 breakfasts, you could be in here with us, be laser coached, work through, have your questions specifically answered, and also get workbooks, activations, all kinds of goodies to come. So, speaking of goodies, I have here a bunch of questions that I have collected from various places where you goddesses are viewing this masterclass, and some of the questions that you have that I wanted to answer today. And it's so much material, and I want to make sure that I do right by the message and do right by you all, that I'm adding a day to the masterclass. Those who know me, I often do these kinds of things. So it's going to be, instead of a 4-day experience, it's going to be a 5-day experience. And we'll have the first 3 days be the free experience, and then the final 2 days be the VIP experience. So a bonus day for everyone. So tomorrow will be a bonus day for everyone. And then the following week, after the jump, the following week, when the VIP was supposed to be 1 VIP class left, that's when the final 2 VIP classes will be. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm enjoying being able to work with you on this so much, so much. Oh, you're welcome, Goddess Jennifer. You're welcome, Goddess Fabian. Yeah. So this is it's so exciting, for just as exciting as it is for you, for me to be able to have these conversations with you. And because this is my passion, and it's not like, everyone I encounter, in the world, or everyone you encounter in the world, that we can have these conversations with. And so it's important for us, as leading edge thinkers, as Abraham Hicks would say, to mastermind. And this is what we're doing here. This is what, all of my courses are. This is what all of your work is. If you are writing books or courses or creating art, or, we were talking yesterday about expanding consciousness, and this is what we're doing. In the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill wrote that one of the number one things that people who are not just, we're not talking about financial wealth, but feel wealthy in their lives, have, is mastermind circles, the capacity to get together with other like-minded people and workshop ideas. And this is what we're doing. And that's why, those of you who invest in yourselves, specifically speaking to my VIP goddesses who have invested in yourself, you know this. I don't have to tell you this, the power of investing in yourself. For me, that, if I could go back and begin again, I would begin to invest in myself a lot sooner than trying to piece it together. I feel like I wasted a lot of years, a lot of time, time that you cannot get back, but that's okay. It's all right. And even, for my free room goddesses in the overflow room, you're investing your time, and so, beautiful for everyone who is here in this call. So we're going to do like yesterday. We're going to get up. We're going to shake a tail feather. We're going to move our booties. And then I really wanted to share with you, well, we'll get to that in a second. I want to share with you some cards from some other decks that I am using in addition to us getting into the vibe of divine, feminine, metaphysical manifesting, and getting some clarity for you on what some of those definitions are. And for those of you who did not do the homework yesterday, it was take a picture of yourself, boom, strike a goddess pose, and post it in the Facebook group. So we're gonna cover all of that and much more. But first, let's get up and just shake our booties. The booty dance ministry. Type into the comments, booty dance ministry. Doesn't matter if you don't know how to spell it. Doesn't matter if you're in a different country. Just type in the comments, booty dance ministry. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. And we are objects in motion. Everything is vibrating. Everything is energy. Matter looks like it is solid. Energy is at the speed of life. And that is how we create. That's how we manifest, by being more like energy than matter. Okay, so yes, so let's get some music going. Some Lady Gaga today. All right, here we go. Wherever you are, yes, Goddess Sandra, Goddess Jennifer, yes, Goddess Martha, Goddess Marty, wherever you are, come on, get up. Let's dance. Come on. Don't just watch. Get up. Let me know if you can hear the music too. Come on. I need to get my boombox. Wait, let me get my boombox. Come on, shake it. Come on, God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Come on, booty dance ministry. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. No other way. Born this way. Yes, whoever you were born the way that you are born, and that is magnificent. You are beautiful. You are perfect. You are special. Just be a queen. Yes. Come on, shake off the dust. We're in the energy of the harvest full moon. We're in the energy of the equinox. Woo! We're in the energy of the divine feminine. Enjoy your own beauty. Yes. Because God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby. You were born this way. Yes. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Oh, ain't no other way. I was born this way. Yes. Right track, baby. We were born this way. Yes. Yes. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Whether you're broke or ever. Yes. Yes. Because baby, we were born this way. Yes, thank you, Lady Gaga, for that. Yay. All right, let me replenish with some water. Woo! Drink some water. Woo! We were were born this way. Whatever that means for you, type into the comments, born this way. We were born this way. Yes, Goddess Sandra says that felt good. Yeah. Born this way. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. And so this divine feminine manifesting masterclass is about us manifesting using the way we are born this way. Hello, Goddess Aziza. My daughter has a friend in her school, in her daycare center, named Aziza. She likes to say her name, Aziza. Hi, Goddess Aziza. Yay. All right. So thank you so much for all of your questions yesterday. And today, everyone who was here yesterday, what an incredible energy. If you didn't already watch the replay, my VIP goddesses, if you log into your learning portal, all of the replays will be there forevermore. For everyone else, the replays are temporarily in the Facebook group. You can watch them there. If for non-Facebook folks, the replays are temporarily on my Facebook page or on YouTube, but they'll just be there temporarily. The VIP goddesses, you have access to them forevermore inside of your learning portal. So if you didn't watch yesterday, please, please, please definitely watch. This is a cumulative series. Okay? All right. Good. So let's begin with some definitions so that folks could have some clarity about what we are talking about. So the divine feminine has nothing to do with gender the way that we've been taught gender. We all have feminine energy, we all have masculine energy. And to birth and create anything, like to birth and create a person, you need the fusion of those energies. The reason why, one of the many reasons why this is a divine feminine masterclass, is because most of us are over yanged, which is my term, meaning that, no matter who we are, that most of us have been trained in the way of masculine everything, divine masculine everything, patriarchal everything. And so we are out of alignment with ourselves. We're out of alignment with our priestess selves, our priestess truth, our goddessness, all of those creative energies that make it easy for us to manifest. We're out of concert with ourselves. And so that creates a lot of challenges for us when we are wanting to consciously manifest. So that's why you could do affirmation, say vision board, have vision boards up the wazoo or whatever, and still not be manifesting the way that you're desiring. And wazoo is a technical term, by the way. So it's wonderful that we get to have these conversations with each other about everything, about money, about sex and sexuality, about relationships, about families, about leisure, things that, about religion, things that people say, don't discuss. We should be able to discuss them because we're here and we are in a circle of sisters. We're here, type into the comments, circle of sisters. We're here in a circle of sisters. And so all questions are welcome. This is an important conversation. I want you to be able to manifest the world that I'm living in, that my baby girl is going to live in, because I know that you are, we're here with the best of the best. Type into the comments, best of the best. And we all are the average of, the people that we spend time with. And so spending time with magical people, magical thinkers who know how to get together and bend the energy of the world to make it even better for everyone else. This is what it's about. This is what we want to be able to do. And so we need everybody. We need the people who are going to go out and be on the front lines, marching and running for office and all of those things. But we need those of us who can sit at our metaphysical manifesting altar and bend reality to make it better for all of us. And so this is what this class is about. So I want to share with you, before we begin, some other decks. One of the questions someone asked is, what what do I have any other decks? They love my deck, and my deck is the first Oracle card deck. They're talking about African Goddess Rising or Oracle deck, and they wanted to know if I recommended any other decks. Do I? Oh my goodness. If you actually have other decks you recommend, type those in the comments as well. I have over 100 decks, and I'm going to share with you some of the ones that I feel like are most in alignment with this specific class of divine feminine manifesting. So this is my deck. It's just a different cover. This is the French version of my deck. It comes in French and Portuguese, so of course I recommend that. Here is a very simple deck that was not specifically designed to be an oracle deck, but I tend to give it out at retreats. So that's why this one is closed, because everyone, I usually give out all of the cards at retreats and events. This is Tosha Silver's Divine Abundance deck, and it is, like I said, not specifically designed to be used as an oracle deck, but you can use anything as an oracle when you are in alignment. And so I highly recommend this one. Goddess Marnie wrote the Light Seers Tarot. I love that one. I have that as well. And beautiful Chrisanne, I consider her to be a friend and soul sister, and hopefully we will collaborate in the future. Absolutely 100%. Here is another deck that I recommend, the Earthcraft Oracle deck. Really beautiful, and I'm going to be actually working with this artist pretty soon on my 2025 deck. This is a wonderful deck for my earth priestesses out there. Type into the comments earth priestess if you are an earth priestess. We yesterday got into a little bit of what kind of priestess we are. And I do believe that no matter what you typed in yesterday as fire priestesses, water priestess, etc., we all are actually earth priestesses. We all do have that lineage and that sense memory in our bodies and in our energies. Okay, all right, and then these decks are really beautiful from Goddess Rebecca Campbell. She is awesome. She very early on gave positive support to my work, and I just love her work, love her energy. And this is her Rose Oracle, and her boxes are designed to do something special, like the way that the boxes are designed to be able to hold the cards, and it's just so artistic and beautiful. One of the things that is for me a part of my spiritual practice, my divine feminine spiritual practice in particular, is beauty as a spiritual practice. Type that in, beauty as a spiritual practice. For me, you know, things that are physically beautiful are at the energy of the divine, or at the divine frequency. And so beauty is not a trivial thing. Again, the things that in the divine feminine that we've been taught to disavow, beauty, emotions, you know, receiving whatever, you know, all of these things as lesser than, are not at all. Beauty as a spiritual practice. And so this is just absolutely beautiful. If you don't know Rebecca Campbell's work, definitely check it out. If you're just joining us, I'm not wasting our time. This is all a part of it, and I've added a day to our workshop. So don't despair. Instead of a 4-day workshop, and this being 2 of 4, it is day number 2 of 5, with the first 3 days being free and then the final 2 days being VIP. Isis Oracle cards, I have those as well. That is a beautiful deck. Okay, here's another, and I actually have 2 entries from this person, Megan Watterson, here in our entries for Divine Feminine decks. So this is named the Divine Feminine, and it is a big deck. I think it's 55 cards. Let's see, 53 cards. And really beautiful guidebook, really very intense deck. I like intense, very intense deck. This one is, and this one I have not had a chance to delve into yet. So I cannot speak from experience. I can speak from knowing Sonia Choket's work and liking her, and this being a divine energy oracle. I have not used it yet, but I think that it should be in alignment. Let's see if, let me see if I even opened it. Okay, so I haven't opened the cards yet. But this says wake up call. Type in the comments, wake up call. Yes, let this be a wake up call for you if you are wanting to create your life the way that you want it to be. Wake up call. Okay, and then this, oh, this is just the Dutch version of my deck, Portuguese version. And then Sandra Ann Taylor, who I met recently at I Can Do It and was just the loveliest person. So amazing, such a beautiful human. Like she just took me, by the hand and we sat together and, just beautiful person. And this is her Priestess of Light deck that I realized that I have two of. And actually, let me see. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful deck. Beautiful deck. And we spoke about channeling, being able to like channel these decks. Like, who can you have those conversations with? That's why these circles are important. Channeling is a very important part of my work. I don't talk about it a lot because it just is. And in the upcoming priestesshood course, I'm going to be teaching you how to channel your work because it's a gift I believe that we all have access to. Then this is the other Megan Watterson deck. If you're just joining, I am showing you some divine feminine decks from my collection. This is the Mary Magdalene Oracle deck, Mary Magdalene deck. And this is a good time if you have not yet taken your picture, your goddess picture, and posted it in the Facebook group. This is a good time to do that. Wake up call. And I'll share with you why I'm telling you to do that. So this is the Mary Magdalene deck. Very, very powerful, powerful, powerful deck. Okay. And then this one, I have the guidebook here, but not the deck. The deck is somewhere over there. I didn't get to share any decks from my friend, Colette Baron Reed, who I love and adore and have used. I have so many of her decks. Let me just reach over and just grab whichever's the first one over there and share that. This is the guidebook from the Mother Mary Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Wisdom of the Oracle. Yes, that's a great one. This is a beautiful deck. And let me just see which ones from, okay, so from Goddess Colette, within my eyes, I see, of course, Wisdom of the Oracle. Let me grab that. I see Wisdom of the Oracle, and I see her Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Oh, and I see her Dreamweaver's Oracle. Okay, I'll grab that. Let's have a Goddess Colette moment. Oh, and my friend Kyle Gray. Okay, I see his deck too, his Angels and Ancestors. That's a good one. But we're talking specifically about Divine Feminine Energy decks. So these are some of Colette's myriad of decks. This one, the cover looks like her. This is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and this is Wisdom of the Oracle, which someone just referred to. And this is the Dream Weaver's Oracle. So, all right. So Goddess Aziza says, this is so timely. I was on Hay House looking for your book and deck to give someone and saw that journals and some decks were on sale. Ooh, that's great. Okay. So whenever Hay House is having a sale, the great thing is that they put everything on sale. So that is wonderful news, Goddess Aziza. Good time for people who are into holiday gifts, maybe to head on over there and stock up. So what we do when we work with oracles, when we work with oracle cards or oracle decks or tarot cards, some people feel like, and even I sometimes use this language of, well, this card is saying, or the cards, I pull a card and the card said, or the cards want us to know. And I just want to just clarify that even when we say that, when we use that language, because it's, most common to us, we're not communicating with the cards. The cards are just a vessel. They are a communication tool. And when you are working, for me, when I've done live events where I work with other people and other people's decks, and some decks are just a stack of cards, and they are not a clear communication system, and you can feel that it's like static in like an old radio or something like that. And then there are decks that are a clear language based system. And it's very interesting when I've worked with Colette Baron Reed on stage, or even worked with her deck and my deck together. we will pull the same card. It's not the same cards because they have different pictures and different names and different words. But if she will pull, I will pull truth, goddess of truth, and she'll pull truth seeker. And we will be pulling the same exact cards because we are tapping into the same source of energy, the same source of information. And as I said, these are communication devices. Your intuitive nature is a part of your divine feminine gifts. Your intuition is within the realm of the divine feminine. Again, all of the things almost that I can think of that fall within the domain of the divine feminine have been squashed, ignored. We're told that it is, lesser than or insignificant, but these are the very same gifts that you are needing, that you already have, that you need to awaken within in order for you to create the things that you were born to create. These are the things that you need. And again, that you already have. Type in the comments, I already have it. You already have it. You already have it, and you already know it. So I wanted to answer some of your questions that you sent. Yes, I already have it. Goddesses who are in the free space, also come on, type these affirmations in. You don't get a pass because I can't see you, just because I'm in here in the VIP room. Type these questions in. We are shifting energy. We are shifting energy. Abundance is your nature. Abundance is your birthright. For me, VIP stands for vision, intention, purpose. Vision, intention, purpose. And so it begins really with a decision about who you are and how you're going to move in your world. I remember a few years ago, I made a decision. I just decided that whenever there was the option in anything, if it's flying, if it's driving, if it's whatever, whenever there was an option and it felt in alignment for me to be whatever version of VIP is in something, that I would take it because that is who I am. At that moment, I made a shift. So what that means for me is if I am flying somewhere and there is the capacity to go VIP, to go first class, I will, because that's who I am. And an interesting thing is that when I made that decision, people who were booking me for things, where before they were booking me and just seating me wherever without me even informing them and saying these are the new standards of who I am, they automatically started to do it and started to specify, like, okay, we're bringing you to speak at this thing and you will be flying first class, or your room will be this, or your whatever will be, because I made that decision. So when I say, for example, that when it matters and it's in alignment, there's some things that that it doesn't matter if I'm, I don't know, sometimes if I'm taking an Uber and there's a faster one. There's some people who, they will, if they're taking a car and they've already made this decision that they're leveling up and upgrading who they are and how they show up in their lives, and they are taking an Uber and they see that there's, the VIP version of the car coming later and they need one sooner, they'll wait for the later one. However you want to create and manifest your world, whatever works for you, what works for you. For me, that part of it is not that deep, that, a 5-minute ride or whatever, that it's, but abundance is your birthright. It is who you are. It is who you are. Okay, so one question someone asked about, a couple of people asked about vision boards. So I feel like that is really important to address. So I started making, my sister and I started making vision boards when we were kids, and I didn't have the language at that time that it was a vision board. I would turn basically, the walls of my room into a vision board. We would create vision boards from Toys R Us. Used to have a catalog back in the day. We would create vision boards, and I would notice that things that I would put on the board would happen or would come true, or, but I didn't have the language of it being a vision board. That being said, I made vision boards a lot as an adult, but I haven't created a vision board since maybe about I would say maybe about 2018 or 2019. I've been creating a vision board in a really, really long time. And I'm going to be doing one. I'm going to start back my vision board practice, and I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you why. So type in vision board if vision boarding is currently a part of your practice or if it was in the past. And you can even tell me a little bit about your vision board history if you want to share that. So the reason why I haven't, yes, okay, good. We're a room full of vision boarders. Yay, yay. I love vision boards so much. And the reason why I haven't done it as much in the recent past is that as I started to work directly with energy and particularly working with African spirituality, I started to become a faster manifester almost than I could create in a vision board. So it started to feel almost like I could, um, and again, this is something that I will share and teach in the upcoming priestesshood program, but create the vision the same way that you would on a vision board, but do it in my mind and speed up the time of manifesting. Collapse time is what I call it. Collapse time, so if something is supposed to take X amount of time, to create this, to build this, to write this, to whatever it is, being able to collapse time so that the time, the idea of, well, it takes people, 10 years to make it, or 5 years to whatever, or 3 years to write a book, or whatever it is, collapsing time. So I haven't created vision boards for that reason. One of the reasons why I'm going to start creating vision boards again is that I am currently on a big up leveling mission with everything in my life. And the wonderful thing is that my tiny human, the things that I'm wanting to level up and manifest or create, it's her creating them as well. And so I think that this will be a very beautiful practice for her. This is really wonderful for children to be able to know that they are in control of their lives, that they are the masters of their lives. Type in the comments, I am the master of my life. That we are, creating. So literally, like with the clay in your hands, being able to create your life, I think is going to be a really fun practice to do with her. There was a question that I wanted to address. Someone said that they stopped creating vision boards because they were getting discouraged. Okay, there I see it. Okay, so someone said, I love vision boards, but get discouraged while creating them. I've heard that before. We'll talk about that in a second. Goddess Gabrielle said, mine is more of a vision scrapbook. I've done those too. Absolutely. Goddess Elisa says, I'm the same way, but not with money. I understand that. We have, depending on, the blocks that we have, certain things we're able to manifest faster. And certain things, we still have things we need to clear up. Vision scrapbooks are very fun. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Yes, absolutely. So the reason why sometimes people get discouraged in working with vision boards could be that, let me ask the goddess who said that. Please let me know why you get discouraged specifically around working with vision boards. I will say this, that vision boards are not a one-stop shop for everyone, and I don't think people talk about that enough. I don't think manifestation teachers talk about that, or maybe they don't know, maybe they're not aware that all of these tools are not for everyone. I talk about this specifically in my upcoming book that's coming out in May, because I think that a lot of people in these metaphysical circles can feel discouraged or feel like they're the odd woman out because everyone is going, well, this is the way I meditate and I do yoga or whatever. And then people who are not into it are like, oh, okay, well, something's wrong with me. Nothing's wrong with you. We all have different things that we align with. We all have different ways that we process the world. And so if you are an auditory person, then a vision board may not be the best manifesting tool for you. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yes. Oh my gosh. We're just so, I love the synchronicities happening in this group. Yeah. So Mama Jack says, I've created the matching soundtrack to my life. So for example, in the book that's coming out in May, that's one of the things that I suggest for people who are auditory, who a vision board might not work because you're not a visual person. So creating, a vision board is not going to be the best manifestation tool. So creating a matching soundtrack is going to be more in alignment for you, or doing exercises where, rather than attempting to visualize and see it from the end, as I was sharing with you yesterday, instead you hear it from the end. You hear the conversation of over here, you rehearse in your mind, overhearing a conversation with people talking with each other and going, oh, did you see? She built her new retreat center. The person yesterday that wanted to purchase land. Oh my gosh, did you hear? She bought land. Hear it in your ears, in your mind's ear, just like you would see something in your mind's eye. If that's not where your skill set works, if that's not where your genius works, and your genius is more auditory, hear it. Hear it instead, where you hear people saying, oh my goodness, sold here, here's the contract for your land. Or hear people saying congratulations. Type in the comments, congratulations. Let's congratulate each other. Congratulations, it all worked out. Type that, it all worked out. It all worked out. Okay, so she says, I doubt that I can achieve it, because then my brain questions how I can accomplish that vision. So the reason why the goddess who earlier said she gets discouraged because she's then questioning it and doubting herself. So she's not so much doubting even the vision board, it's self-doubt. She is doubting herself and then getting discouraged, which, like I said, I have heard before. So, just have some grace with yourself, have some compassion with yourself. It is okay if you've spent a certain number of years in a certain frequency, a certain number of years with certain experiences, a certain number of years with certain proof and evidence that you've amassed to why it doesn't work out or why things won't work out. Then it can take some shifting in order to shift from that consciousness and level up into a new consciousness. So have some grace and compassion for yourself. And what may work is using some other tools, like some of these other things that I've shared about, or EFT tapping for manifesting. Yes, it does work for manifesting as well. Hypnotherapy, there's so many different practices that you could do to get the gunk cleared out and come into alignment with what you are doing. Goddess Aziza says, can you give a few tips on a successful way to engage in vision board creation and creating? Thank you. Let me make a note of that. And if there's time, now that we have the extra day in this workshop, I will try to fit that in. We will try to make that happen. Absolutely. And if not, then I can do it in another YouTube video. I can address it in the priestesshood course, in the divine feminine manifesting course. But I will try to do it in a free way as well. Okay, Goddess Marta says, I visualize in my mind's eye my manifestations, and I channel energy in my mind, as it is faster than putting it on paper. However, I find it magical and relaxing to add pictures and feelings and moods and places I would love to visit. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's part of the reason as well, Goddess Marta, why, like I said, after so many years of not doing it, that I'm going to be doing it again, because it's fun. It's an artistic expression. I'm an artistic person. Type in the comments artist for my fellow artists. I'm an artist, and I felt too long, shutting down, denying again that part of myself where, like I said, I'm tuning back into and awakening and reclaiming all of my divine feminine aspects. Part of that is artistry and the fun exercise, which is what creation should be. That's why, there's orgasmic creation with, sexuality and creating a human. Ideally, there should be orgasmic joy in creating with a vision board process, or any of these processes, having the joy of it, the pleasure, the fun of looking at the images and, thinking about and seeing yourself in the experience. And creating vision boards for different parts of your life is definitely something that you could do. I know where we'll do it. If we don't cover it now, I can put on the calendar to do a separate complete vision board workshop in and of itself, maybe around going into the new year, so that we can all do it for a fresh start for the new year. Yes, artists. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, my artist sisters. So glad that you are here. Yes, absolutely. So having that creation, that creative practice, one of the quick tips that I can give in terms of vision board creation is that if you have that doubt that doubt in your mind, here's one of the simple things that can shift it. Rather than your vision board being all future casting, have images on there of things that have already happened, things that you've already created, things that you've already manifested, things that you are already proud of and excited about. It could be having your dog, it could be, having your sofa, whatever is exciting for you, that you can make a great salad, whatever it is, having those images mixed in with the images of what you are calling forward, because then that beautiful reptilian brain that we have looks and says, oh, that already happened. Oh, I'm familiar with that. Oh, okay, yeah, I did do that. I did open that business. I did have that relationship. I did go on that vacation and trip. Okay, so if that happened, then the image next to it, okay, well, if that's real, that must be real. You see? And your brain starts to put it all together as the same thing. The subconscious mind does not know yes, no, black, white. It only knows what you tell it. It's like a computer. Whatever you put in, it's like, ah, okay, this happened. So when you can put these images together, and your subconscious mind looks and says, I went on the trip. Okay, and it's next to a trip that you're wanting to go on and one that you already went on. It says, ah, okay, okay, I get it. I get it. And the interesting thing is that our government scientists, they know all of this to be true. Visualization is used by Olympic athletes. Visualization is used by NASA and astronauts in order to create the trip in their mind's eye before they go, because your body starts firing, the neurons start firing the same way as if you were doing a physical practice, if you were doing a mental practice. And actually, I'm getting an idea as I'm doing this. I'm about to record a new meditation album for Hay House, and I'm thinking that I want to fit in some tracks that are specifically addressing this. So if, for example, you are wanting to run a race, the same like an Olympian would run the race mentally, why wouldn't we, as regular, everyday, magical goddesses, why would we not do that? If you are wanting to, as Goddess Marnie said yesterday, there's a business that she has, a cafe that she wants to sell. Every day, if visualization works for you, this is particularly good for, again, in alignment with the people who are visual people, are going to be clairvoyant. Your gifts are going to be toward the visual. If this is one of the gifts that you're are in your arena, in your zone of genius, see and hear the cafe being sold, see and hear the aftermath of it. Oh, thank goodness, it felt so good to sell to that person. See and hear, put the images together of what it feels like, what you're going to do with the money when the money hits the bank, what that looks like, what that feels like. Okay, feel what it feels like to be shaking their hand, feel like what it feels like to say, okay, show them around in there, and you just know that that's the right person for the cafe, that's the right person for it. Rehearse what you are wanting to call into your life. Type into the comments, rehearse. That addresses another question. Someone wanted to clarify what I meant when I said see it from the end. It's basically what I'm talking about. Visualizing, either, if you're an auditory person, hearing it, but it's rehearsing it. A lot of us are already doing this. We rehearse a lot of doom and gloom, particularly folks who have a history of anxiety, worrying, etc. We rehearse doom and gloom. We rehearse conversations that could go bad. We rehearse situations that could go bad. We rehearse things that have already happened years ago by replaying them in our minds over and over and over again. Instead of doing that, use your beautiful mind, your beautiful spirit, your beautiful energy, your beautiful consciousness to rehearse the things that you are calling forward. Put your divine, feminine, intuitive gifts to work. Again, the subconscious mind is going to say, okay, this happened. Yes, just like it does for the astronauts when they put the virtual reality on them and let them practice walking in space or whatever it is, like, oh, okay, I know how to do this. This already happened. I know how to. So the sister yesterday who said she wants to make $1 million. I know how to do this. I've made $1 million before. It is done. Type in the comments, it is done. It is done. And that's how we collapse time. It is done. It is done. And so creating a vision board, if you are doing it from, the energy of anything done from the energy of it, it has to be done, or it's a drag, or people said this is the only way to do it, or anything like that, that's the wrong energy. If that's the energy, hold off until you get yourself in alignment with yourself. You've got to get caught up with you. You've got to get caught up with your big dreams, with your mission, with your ideas. And then in the energy of joy, so when we have our class together and all of us are together consciously creating our vision boards, I'm so excited about it already. I'm so excited about it already. Then that is going to be a different vibe. That's going to be a different energy. That's going to be a different vibration. That is orgasmic energy. That is the energy of creation. For those of you who have friends or family members that are also into this stuff, as some people call it, you have one of the best tools for manifesting quickly. The best tools, because having partners with you who are able to see it for you. So that's why community, that's why mastermind is important. That's why the upcoming priestesshood course and the upcoming divine feminine manifestation course are going to be important, because us being able to look at each other and see each other not as we are right this minute, but see our vision for us and help and manifest with us in that way is extremely powerful, extremely potent, very powerful, very powerful. Let me pull a card and let's see what goddesses are showing up for us today. I'm so excited to talk about beauty as a spiritual practice. I don't know if you can see this, but these are, without the lipstick stains, really beautiful marble cups. This whole marble dish set that I purchased, that I am so in love with. Beauty as a spiritual practice. Beauty, having beauty, the joy of beauty all around, which I have to tell you, for a quick second was shaken by having a toddler that's going to dump things all around, and creating my house for her as well. And it's been very freeing to say, wait, but these are the days that I prayed for. Type in the comments, these are the days I prayed for. Whatever it is, these are the days we've prayed for. So these are the days that I've prayed for. And that, yes, it is beautiful for her to dump her toys and have all of her toys there. It's a different kind of beauty. It's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. These are the days that we prayed for. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what this card is. And if you are just joining us, the workshop, this is the Divine Feminine Metaphysical Manifesting Masterclass. It was originally a 4-day workshop, and this is day 2 of originally 4, but it is now a 5-day workshop, day 2 of 5. And I shared with you that we are celebrating this deck. We're celebrating the Divine Priestess Masterclass, no, the Priestesshood program and the Divine Feminine Manifesting program, which is coming up. All right, so let's see what goddesses show up for us. And so the final 2 days of this series are for the VIP. So you can upgrade to VIP still right now. Just go to richgoddess.club for the cost of 2 breakfasts. All right, here we go. Then we'll get to some more of your questions. Yes, these are the days that we prayed for. And if today you're not walking in a day that you prayed for, and you're thinking, Abiola, I can't say that. I'm hungry, and this happened, and these things happen, and whatever it is. Dismiss the idea of linear time and linear thinking. There are some days that are absolutely less desirable. There are many days that I spent crying on the kitchen floor, and will in the future. Grief and things happen that are a part of our human experience. But you then find what you are grateful for. Be grateful that you open your eyes. Start with where you are. It doesn't have to be, as we were talking about yesterday, the whole staircase. It doesn't have to be, if you are unable at this point to visualize your ideal relationship, your ideal job or business or whatever it is, start with where you are. Start with gratitude. Find how many things you can be grateful for that are within your current life. Like, this is what I pray for. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy and so grateful that I manifested this workshop here with Goddess Abiola and Goddess Marnie, Goddess Tynesha, Goddess Marta, Mama Jack, Goddess Gabrielle, Goddess Fabienne, Goddess Aziza, Goddess Jennifer. Start with where you are. Start with where you are. Okay? All right, let's see. Let's see. What do the goddesses want us to know? Okay, let's see. Oh, how beautiful. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful, beautiful reading. Ooh, okay. So the goddesses who have shown up for us have been, so we are in very much, for people who are familiar with African cultures, very much Yoruba energy here. So the goddesses who've shown up, we have a, this is the triple goddess. This is in any culture, maiden, mother, maiden, crone energy, which is the triple goddess, the trinity of goddesses, the trinity of energy of, young, middle, old, the whole cycle of everything. Very powerful energy as we are going into this harvest moon. Extremely potent and powerful energy. It is the energy of love. It is the energy of awakening. It is the energy that says that for everything there is a season. And we are in, at this moment, a season of awakening. We are in a moment of a season of love. Type in the comments, season of awakening. We are in a season of love. We are in a season of creation. We are in a season of manifesting. Type into the comments, season of manifesting. For me, the things that I am wanting to level up in my life include everything from my fitness and health and well-being, my love life, my abundance, the whole gamut of things. And the wonderful thing is that when you clear blocks or manifest in one area, because some of us have blocks in certain areas and rather than others, that a rising tide in this sense does lift all boats. It really does move things forward. It really, really does. And so for those who were asking yesterday about how to repattern your beliefs, belief repatterning, that also is a part of the priestesshood program. I want to also reassure my goddesses who are in six-figure spiritpreneur priestess, who I told are not going to be allowed yet to sign up for the priestesshood. Don't worry, you'll be able to take it in the future. You'll be able to take it in the future. It's just that I want you to focus on finishing the program that we are in at the moment. Okay? All right? Okay, good. Season of manifesting. All right, so here's another question that someone asked about manifesting, which is bringing from the idea, bringing from the imagination, making it real, bringing it into the world. Goddess Marnie said, you read my mind about not taking the priestesshood now. And I actually may change my mind. I just really don't want, I really don't want you guys to get lost in the weeds. It is important to me that you have a cycle of completion. So I may change my mind on that between today and tomorrow. We will see. We will see. We're allowed to be flexible. That is a part of our divine feminine energy that was, also disregarded. Type in the comments, flexibility. Flexibility. Cycle of completion. Absolutely. Yes. Flexibility. Goddess Marty says, love you in every which way. Okay, she says, yes, do. Okay, I will think about it. I will tomorrow I will have an answer, because I am leaning toward the other way of saying that, yeah, it can work together, because they're on different days. And it would take, I would have to have an ironclad commitment of launch. That's what it will be for the goddesses in the six-figure spiritpreneur priestess who are wanting to join the priestesshood program, the priestesshood certification program that is coming out. You would have to sign a contract of completion, an ironclad commitment contract, that you will launch your online event and you will launch your course or program or whatever it is. That's what it would take. That's it. She says, ironclad commitment to launch done. Excellent. Okay, we have a deal, goddess. All right, so here's a question that someone asked. They said, is manifestation, because they've been hearing all of these things and they're feeling a bit confused, which makes sense. So is manifestation, is it the quantum in creating? Is it the law of attraction? Is it the law of assumption? Is it African spirituality? Is it Hindu spirituality? Is it the Kabbalah? Which one is it? Here's the answer. Lean in, lean in, lean in. Yes. Yes. Type in the comments, yes. The answer is yes. Yes. It's all of the above, because that is all the same thing. It is all the same thing. It's exactly the same. And so whether we call it the quantum or whether we call it attraction or whether we call it assumption, yes. Is it that you are creating something or you're attracting it or you are aligning with it? Yes. Is it the Kabbalah? Is it African spirituality? Is it Hindu spirituality? Yes. Is it vision boards? Is it yoga? Is it binaural beats? Yes. All of the things. Yes, Goddess Elisa. Yes, absolutely. Do not get tripped up and caught up in the weeds of, which thing and labels and tags and all of that stuff. Do not get tripped up on that. Don't get tripped up on that. What your job is to decide, to make a decision. The same way that I said, if there is a VIP option, then it is for me, because that is who I am. I made a decision about how I show up in the world. When I made a decision in that way, the world moved. The world shifted. Did I create the world differently? Yes. Did I attract the world differently? Yes. Did I shift into a different timeline and different consciousness where that was true? Yes. It is all of the above. Do not let semantics trip you up. You make a decision, you get clear on your desires, and you then are able to mold the world the way that you are wanting to mold it, which is really wonderful. This or something better for the good of all involved. This or something better for the good of all involved. Type that in the comments. This or something better for the good of all involved. If you're watching this on replay, write these things in your journal. And this is what I meant yesterday when I said that Albert Einstein, who is regarded as, the greatest thinker of his generation, said your most important decision, again, decide whether you live in a friendly or a hostile universe. Because if you've decided that the world is hostile, if that is your decision, that I live in a hostile world, then oh my goodness, everything within your world is going to reflect that hostile energy. If you decide that I live in a friendly world where everything is happening for me, everything is working out for me, I may not understand why. I may not understand why I lost that job or that person broke up with me, but life is happening for me. So I'm going to skip ahead to that. For the little things, for the big things. If I'm stuck in traffic, I'm going to skip ahead to, okay, thank goodness that I'm stuck in this traffic and it is keeping me from wherever I'm not supposed to be or helping me get to wherever I'm going to get. It's totally in alignment. Or if you are calling in new love, okay, it's all working out. My partner is clearing up whatever they've got to clear up right now, so that then when we're together, then everything will be in alignment. Assume that it is happening for you. Yes, Mama Jax. It's happening for me. Life is happening for me. That's a beautiful, yes, let's all type that. Life is happening for me. It's happening for you. For you. So let's decide that. Let's decide that. Decide that you are a VIP goddess. Whether you don't, whether you, it's an alignment for you to sign up for this or not. Whether if it's not, that's fine. I want you to decide that for yourself and for your life, that where there is an option that is the best option, whatever that is, the best option that is in alignment for you, not just the best. Because I'm thinking about in Pretty Woman, where Richard Gere, Julia Roberts says, whatever their characters' names are, Julia Roberts says, well, why are you in the penthouse if you're afraid of heights? And he says, because it's the best. No, that was out of alignment for him. If it is in alignment with you, that you will take the best option, because you are a VIP goddess. So if certain things that for my spiritpreneur goddesses, certain things that you creating a course, again, it doesn't mean that every course that you create is, and you're putting out there, is a $10,000 course. It doesn't mean that at all. Pricing is a very spiritual practice. So you have to ask your heart, you have to ask your womb what the price is. And so some things you will create and the price will astound you, that, oh my gosh, that's a very low offer, that the divine, that spirit, that my inner goddess is telling me this cost, but I'm going to assume that, this is what it's supposed to be. And certain things, the number will scare you, that, oh my goodness, that number, that's so high. But that is the number of what it's supposed to be. That's the number. Mama Jack says, what is the price? I haven't announced any price of anything yet. I haven't announced. I'll share the prices of everything tomorrow. But yeah, allowing yourself to know and to be in alignment with, okay, if it is an alignment for me and it is the best option, then I am in alignment with the best. I'm in alignment with the best. And again, that means different things for different people. All right, great. All right, let me see other questions that we had. If you're just joining us, we are into day 2 of 5 of the Divine Feminine Metaphysical Manifesting Masterclass. You can join us at richgoddess.club. You can also upgrade to VIP if that floats your boat, and come and be here in the laser coaching private room and get activations and all kinds of, and workbooks and everything like that. And I have to share also tomorrow how the workbooks work. Okay, let's see other questions. Okay, rehearsing, matter versus energy, visualization, deciding, vision boards. This is a great question. So someone wanted to know, why does it feel sometimes like and this is along the lines of what we're talking about in terms of pricing, why does it feel like certain personal development things cost so much? And the interesting thing is that the person that asked this question, and no shade at all to you, you are magnificent, you are beautiful, and I'm grateful that you asked this question. So my beautiful goddess sister who asked this question, I went and kind of looked around on her socials, because I like to get a sense of a person. So when I'm able to respond to them, I'm able to respond to the person as a human being rather than just their question. And so the interesting thing about this person saying, well, why does personal development cost so much? And she was talking about, she was like, she didn't want to pay $47 to come into the VIP room, etc., which is fine, and on her page, she had gone to the Beyonce concert, which in another country, which was a few $1,000s. So an interesting thing is that for all of us as human beings, with the way that we exchange energy, money is just an energy exchange. Type in the comments, money is just an energy exchange. Type in the comments, money is just an energy exchange. So the way that we choose to exchange our energy is based on the things that we are into. So for you, it was in alignment to spend a few $1,000s to be in the church of Beyonce. Beehive, I love Beyonce. That is awesome. I think that's amazing. That's wonderful. But you didn't ask, as far as I know, like, well, why is Beyonce so expensive? Or why is, why was it so expensive to go to Beyonce? And you didn't have to. You shouldn't ask that, because you value that. You value the experience of being at a Beyonce concert. For someone else, if you're not into it and you don't value it, don't pay for it. Don't do it. We all have free will. And that is a wonderful thing. And so the price that is expensive for someone else is another woman's that's very cheap, right? What someone else might look at it and be like, oh my God, that's very inexpensive. Someone else might look at it and be like, oh, that's very expensive. It's all on a spectrum. And so there really is no, well, this is expensive and that is cheap, or whatever it is. There was something else that I was reading where they were talking about, someone was talking about, uh, they were talking about coaches, and they were saying that, that they feel like it's good when they like when coaches make money. It's somehow it's more honorable if a coach was just selling, say, a $20 book versus selling a class that cost a few $1,000s. And again, there's no difference. There's no difference in the sphere and the spectrum of the divine. Money is just an energetic exchange. And so if something is too expensive, I'm going to put that energy in quote, the words in quotes, because it's not energy that I want it's not a way I want to, I just don't want those words in my consciousness. But if we're terming something as too expensive, it just means it's something that we don't want to pay or we don't see value in, which is perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. As I've said before, my great grandmother was a midwife and a women's fertility healer in Guyana, South America, and her community took care of her and brought her, goats or eggs or chickens or whatever in payment for her work as a healer. And if you don't live in a society where someone bringing you goats or chickens is gonna be the energy exchange that is in alignment for you, I live in New York. If you gave me a goat, I wouldn't know what really to do with it. So the energy exchange that I ask for to share my gifts is the energy exchange that I ask for. You can either look at it and say, that's great and that's in alignment, or you could look at it and say, nah, that's not for me. And either way, it's fine and it's all good. And so one of the interesting things about this beautiful sister who asked this question is that she was saying that, that she didn't want to pay for the VIP, but she wanted to participate in the VIP. And a question that I had is, I put out a ton of, like, I have probably more free stuff out there than almost any of my peers than I could think of. And I was just curious. I didn't ask the question, but I was just curious, like wondering, like, if you've already gone through all of the free stuff that I already have. Like, have you already gone through all of the free stuff? And it's an important question, because again, yes, okay, as Goddess Danny is saying, we see value in what we desire. So that's why we pay the cost of the price. Yeah. So if it's something that you desire, if it's a car that feels to you like it's worth it, you'll pay for it. If not, you won't. And again, it's just that simple. It's absolutely just that simple. So for coaches and writers and dancers and artists and creative people, and those of us who do any kind of work where we are putting our heart and soul out there, Beyonce, all of us putting our heart and soul out there, we then have the right to ask for energetically whatever exchange feels in alignment for us. And sometimes that number will be a very low number, and sometimes it'll be a higher number. And so that's why I was saying, yesterday or the day before we were chatting here, and I was saying that, in addition to the priestesshood that is opening, that I'm also going to create a smaller container, a smaller package called the Divine Feminine Manifesting Mastermind, because this has been so powerful. And that will be only probably about $4.97 or $5.55 to account for fees or whatever, something like that, within that range. And that's why I have, payment plans and all of those things, because it is important to me that no goddess is left behind. That's why I have so many scholarships and all of that, because it is important to me. But at the same time, with that energy exchange, that's one of the reasons why I'm contemplating with future things, rather than having free, completely free, having it be a low cost investment. So, of like, say, $8 or whatever it is, because I just feel like energetically, whenever there's skin in the game, people show up differently. They show up differently. So all of us have a million things in our inbox. Type inbox if you've signed up for free things. You have them in your inbox. You haven't opened them, don't know what they are. People email you, you open it, and 3 months later, and you're angry because you're thinking they spammed you and you signed up for something. You just don't even remember what it is because you signed up for so many things. Inbox, 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 inbox. Mama Jax wrote inbox, inbox, inbox with exclamation points. Yes, we sign up for so many free things and we don't open it, we don't use it, we don't whatever. And so it may feel like, well, who cares? Well, I care. I care because for me, this is my heart's work. I care. And so it matters to me. It matters to me, the work that I put out there, and I want it to reach the people that I'm speaking to, which is you, in an engaged way. I'm loving talking to these VIP goddesses who just spent the price of 2 breakfasts, because they are people who have said, oh my goodness, okay, I'm willing to invest, in addition to my time, these resources in making this happen because this is important to me. Goddess Gabrielle says, I signed up and paid for workshops and still haven't finished some of them. Me too. All of us. All of us. Goddess Annie says, exactly. People treat free things with no value. Yes. But once they spend their money or energy exchange, they treat it with more significance. Yes. And it doesn't mean that something is wrong with us. It's human nature. It's absolutely human nature. And so, I'm going to think about which things, that I already have out there that are free, that I'm gonna attach a small fee to. And I want you to start thinking about spending differently, my beautiful goddesses, when you are paying your bills. So here is a metaphysical abundance shifter. Rather than paying your bills with, the energy of, oh my God, these bills. Ah. I want you to start paying your bills with the energy of, okay, I get to pay these bills. I'm so abundant. I'm so rich. Like, it's so wonderful. These people trusted me to give me electricity, or trusted me to give me, I don't know, whatever it is. So yeah, so when you sign on to the site or whatever it is, or, if your bills are on auto pay, seeing the money go out of your account and being like, yeah, okay, wonderful. Yes, Mama Jack said, these bills help me with the life that I choose. Yes, gratitude. These bills help me with the life that I choose. Doing it from that energy and shifting your vibration and your ideas around abundance. If you are taking coaching, like I said, if I could redo things, I would have started getting coaching a lot earlier. A lot earlier. This has made a significant difference in my life in terms of, just I wanted to have mentors, and realizing I could pay mentors, pay people to mentor me, pay mentors, and it's been significantly more valuable than the money that I invested in formal school, for me anyway. So, being like, okay, when you are paying to work with a practitioner, like if you're paying for the VIP to come here, doing it with joy, like, yay, okay, I get to. Instead of I have to. One of my coaches, I have an awesome coach, one of my business coaches, um, he says, when he's at the end of the call, instead of saying, all right, I have to go, he says, I get to hop on to another call, so I've got to go. And it's like, oh, okay. And then instead of doing, the feminine energy thing that a lot of us, who are in this space do, with having difficulty in getting off of the line or feeling like we're cutting off people, he goes, I get to go and have another call now. Okay, thank you. He's like, all right, great session. Boom, he's off the call. Boom. you know, I get to, instead of I have to. I get to pay these bills. I get to pay these taxes. I get to do this. I get to do this. I get to. And that even includes, if you got to call up and negotiate with debtors or business collectors or bill collectors or whatever, like, I get to do this. I get to figure it all out. We're just all figuring it all out. Like the late great Ram Dass said, we're all just walking each other home. We're just figuring it all out, and that is okay. Yes, Goddess Danny says seeing the bills as a privilege. Yes, rather than a chore, because some countries can't have cell phone power or running water. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I just came from some of those experiences. So 100%. 100%. So the reason why I asked you yesterday to go into the Facebook group if you have access to Facebook, to post a picture of yourself with an introduction, a goddess picture of yourself. And I'm loving, oh my goodness, everyone who posted so far. Thank you for sharing your beauty. Is because we're shifting things, we're shaking things up. That's why we shook a tail feather at the beginning of this call. We are signaling to our subconscious mind that a new sheriff is in town. We're doing some things. And a big part of that is you no longer hiding, you no longer shrinking, you no longer being invisible, you no longer feeling the insecurities and the self-doubts. We're moving and shifting and landing boop into the goddess energy of, if I already was, right? What would I dare to do if I knew I couldn't fail? Who would I dare to be if I knew I couldn't fail? And so that shift of showing our face in that way, click, showing our face in that way and reveling and enjoying who we are now, not waiting until, one of I talk all the time about what's the book about, that a hostel someone work wrote who worked a nurse who worked in hostel care wrote, interviewing seniors who were in their 90s about the world that they wish that they had had, and them talking so much about wish that they didn't care about what other people thought. Let's not wait for that. Let's not wait for that. Type in the comments, I'm not waiting. We're not waiting. We're going to get that now. Let's get it right now. We're not waiting for that. We're going to fast forward. We're going to collapse time. We're going to assume that we already are that. We're going to assume that we already are successful. Type in the comments, I'm successful. We're going to assume that we already are beautiful, because we are. I am beautiful. Type that in the comments. We're going to assume that we are wealthy. Type that in the comments, I am wealthy, because we are. We're going to assume that we are loved. Type in the comments, I am loved, because we already are. We're going to assume that we are in love, because we already are. Type in the comments, I am in love. This is the truth of who we are. This is who we be. This is what makes our inner goddesses, our inner priestess happy, because this is our truth. This is us being in alignment with ourselves. And it is an honor and a privilege to do this work with you. And I'm so excited that now we have an extra day in this workshop. The VIP for the final two VIP sessions are going to be not this coming week. Next week, I get to be at a Hay House mastermind. So it's the following week. So again, masterminding. Hay House, a multi-million dollar company corporation, is paying for us, all of its authors, to be in New York together and mastermind on our work and our consciousness and stepping into our power. Why would they spend money on something like that? Because they are wanting to evolve who they are. So if you are wanting to evolve who you are, wouldn't you want to do the same? Be around like-minded people. If you have them in your life for free that you can be around, absolutely do that. If you need to invest financially to be able to do that, absolutely still do that. It is all the same. This is our truth, and this is who we are. Yes, they see the value in elevation. Goddess Danny says, absolutely, 100%. And I see the value in all of you. I'm so excited. So here is your homework for day 2. So I would like a desire statement from you. So you can post it. I'm going to ask you to post it in 2 places. I know that's asking a lot. If you are in the VIP group, we have a chat in there that I would like to get going. But I understand that we're asking for a lot. It's okay. Do what you can do. And if you're able to post in the Facebook group a desire statement that is you just clearly stating your decision about your life, So mine would, I would type, I have decided that I have upgraded my life, that I am now a VIP in all instances where it is in alignment for me. Whatever is in alignment for you, type that. So your desire, your decision about your life, decision and desire. There it is. D&D. That's the homework. Type D&D so we remember it. D&D. Decision and desire. Type the words decision and desire. What have you decided to be true about your life, and what do you desire? So the desires you shared yesterday. D&D, decision and desire. And where am I asking you to share it? If you are in the overflow in the free room, just share in the Facebook group. Share in the free Facebook group. If you don't have access to Facebook and you're in YouTube or Facebook or where these videos will temporarily be, share there. If you are also in the VIP, I'm going to ask you to also share in the VIP group as well. D&D, your decision and your desire. Decision and desire. And I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, goddesses. Ooh, this is getting juicy. The VIP group chat is inside. Thank you. Thank you. Let me explain that. So there is a learning portal for the VIP people. You get that information in the email that you got when you invested. So when you paid your $47 and you got an email, the email gave you this link, and it also gave you where to sign into the learning portal. That's where your workbooks are. That's where the group chat is, all of that. Okay. And the name of the Facebook group is the Goddess Temple Facebook group. If you don't have the link to it, you can just search on Facebook Goddess Temple and it will come up. All right. Thank you, goddesses. Thank you for making this like such a wonderful day for me. I get to come and hang out with you and talk to you about these things that matter to me in the world, and that is my purpose. Thank you. Bye, goddesses.